Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is the 40th video in the Learning and Evolving from Past Practitioner series, a video series that aims to introduce important historical figures in the internal self martial arts and Shudao practice. In this series, I have previously introduced a very important Ba Gua style, Yin Yang Ba Pan Zhang, or Yin Yang 8-plate palm, which is another Ba Gua style parallel to the Ba Gua style taught by Dong Haichuan. In many of my previous videos, I have briefly quoted and mentioned that style many times. In today's video, I will introduce the key figure who introduced that style to the public around a century ago. His name is Ren Zhicheng. Before going forward, let me show you an old video that I uploaded a couple of years ago. I will work with my student Daniel to demonstrate one of the exercises from the Yin Yang Ba Pan Zhang. A style was popular in Hebei area in the old days, let's say about a century ago or 1 century ago. And this exercise is to strengthen the body structure, especially strengthen the legs. Okay, so you can start from here. Okay, you do the movement slowly from here. Okay, then continue slowly. Yes, yes, very good. Continue. Yes, back hand face, both hands face upward. Yes, then turn. Yes, then extend. Yes. So now let me correct his movement now, so that you can move to here. Thank you. So let's assume we start from here. Okay, from this posture, our weight in the back leg. Both hand faces upward and back hand is beside the elbow. And then both elbow extend outward. Yes. And the fingers have a drilling motion. And maintain the curve 1, curve 2, curve 3, 3 curves. Then you shift the weight while the back foot turning on the ground. Body suddenly lean forward. Yes, very good. Then keep extending forward, then knee move toward to the elbow. Then here. Then toe move towards the hand. Then rotate with the back hip. Body lean forward later, then step. Then extend forward. Then when the right hand extend forward, right foot rotate on the ground. Then knee move to the elbow, toe with the palm. Then rotate from here. Then one. Repeat. Yes. Thank you. Let's move back. Let me correct more details. So assume you just finish here, okay? Finish here. Yes. Round the back, sink down the shoulder, body lean forward. When you drill, it's the right hip rotate. See? 1. Then keep pushing. Then knee, when you move, the toe point downward. Then the toe toward the hand. Then turn around here. Step. Then extend. Then keep going. Yes. Right. It's in old time, they use this as the body conditioning practice. Yes. Okay, now let's come back, please. We just emphasized the posture, this one. Okay. First of all, shoulder extend forward. Then turn. Now one move down inward a little bit. Yes. Then extend. Then switch the shoulder. Then yes. Okay, I think this movement is good enough. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This exercise is from Yin Yang Ba Pan Zhang. Besides practicing Cheng style and Xing Yi Ba Gua Zhang, I learned 阴阳八盘掌 as well when I was a child. Now, let's continue with our main topic. Ren Zhicheng was born in 1883 and passed away in 1967. He was from Wen'an County, Hebei Province. From a young age, he had a deep passion for martial arts. He was the youngest of 3 brothers. All of them practiced martial arts together. At the age of 13, he began formally studying martial arts under renowned teachers. Because his father served in the county government or 县衙 of the Qing dynasty, he had opportunities to come into contact with the well-known martial artists. As a result, Li Zhenqing from Ba Gua was invited to teach at their home, where Ren studied 阴阳八盘掌 and gradually also learned weapons such as sabre and spear. Now let me introduce Li Zhenqing, the teacher of Ren Zhicheng, a bit further. Li Zhenqing, known by the nickname Yanzi Li or Swallow Li, possessed exceptionally high martial skill and enjoyed great prestige within the local martial arts community. The martial art he practiced shared the same lineage as the popular Ba Gua promoted by Dong Haichuan, being closely related yet not identical. A similar but distinct system. Li Zhenqing spent approximately 7 years transmitting the complete essence of his martial arts to the 3 Ren brothers. Regarding Li Zhenqing's lineage, he studied under Dong Menglin from Jiangnan. Dong Menglin practiced a family-inherited martial arts. As for Dong Menglin's origin, some sources say Jiangnan, while others say Henan. This discrepancy may result from the traditional Chinese phenomenon of different names referring to the same place, or from errors in historical records. Personally, I believe Henan to be the more accurate account. According to Li Zhenqing, when he studied under Dong Menglin, this martial art has already been passed down within Dong's family for 3 generations, indicating a long historical lineage. Around 1900, during the Boxer Rebellion, Li Zhenqing participated in battles resisting foreign aggression and was ultimately shot and killed by the Allied foreign forces. Now, let's resume the introduction of Ren Zhicheng. In 1933, when the Sino-Japanese conflict began, Song Zheyuan, the 29th Army commander, invited Ren Zhicheng to Tianjin to teach Pidao or chopping saber techniques to the 29th Army, and Ren became the chief military instructor for Sabre Training Division. In order to promote this technique within the army, Song Zheyuan ordered all military and police units across the province to send personnel to Tianjin for training. To facilitate military use, Ren Zhicheng cooperated with other martial artists in Tianjin to modify the original Shuangshou Dai, a kind of a double-hand saber design, into a new standardized version that was more convenient to carry and use. While teaching Pidao, he also taught 8-plate palm within the military. The 8-plate palm that later spread in Tianjin and the surrounding areas was transmitted during this period by Ren Zhicheng. Later, in order to better disseminate this system, under the suggestion of Song Zheyuan, Ren Zhicheng published books at his own expense. At that time in Tianjin, authors were required to pay the full cost of publication themselves up front. To finance the publication, he sold at least 10 acres of fertile farmland from his family holdings, using the proceeds to publish his works. This is the book. As the war intensified and the army was redeployed elsewhere, Ren Zhicheng returned to his hometown to continue teaching the art. Below, I will briefly introduce some aspects of Yin-Yang Bapanzhang. Yin-Yang Bapanzhang is traditionally said to have been transmitted by Dong Menglin of Jiangnan. Based on the principles of the 8 trigrams, the 8-plate palm system generates 8 fundamental methods, including 8 fundamental hand techniques and 8 fundamental leg techniques. During the Qing dynasty, Yin-Yang Bapanzhang was originally known as Yin-Yang Ba Gua Zhang, abbreviated as Ba Gua Zhang. This system emphasizes the Bapan or 8 plates, referring to 8 key areas of the human body: the shoulders, elbows, wrist, 3 points of upper limbs, the hips, the knees, and the ankles, 3 points of the lower limbs, plus the chest and the abdomen, 2 points of the torso. The system requires flexible coordination and seamless transitions among those key points. The name was later changed to Ba Panzhang because when Ren Zhicheng was teaching in Tianjin and publishing his book, he discovered that Sun Xikun, a disciple of Cheng Youlong, had already published a book titled The True Transmission of Ba Gua Zhang, or Ba Gua Zhang Zhenquan. In order to distinguish the name, Ren renamed the art Yin-Yang Bapanzhang for publication. However, the earliest name was Yin-Yang Ba Gua Zhang. Now, let me briefly introduce the unique technique aspect of that style. For example, that system's technical characteristics are extremely distinctive and differ greatly from the widely practiced Dong Haichuan lineage. These differences are evident in hand techniques, footwork, and movement patterns. The most prominent feature is its uninterrupted circular and turning movement. Hand techniques, leg techniques, footworks, and body method change constantly. Postures alternate between upper and angles, turning and flipping, rising and sinking. Movements are tightly structured, with tactical characteristics of crisscrossing, flanking, and spiral attacks, possessing a powerful battlefield-like momentum. In terms of hand techniques, the hallmark of this lineage is Yin Chu Yang Ru, or Yin outward and Yang inward, embodied in the supporting palm, or Tuozhang. This palm method not only facilitates power generation but also effectively utilizes extended palm postures, enhancing defensive and offensive reach. This approach is precisely the opposite of Ba Gua palm widely promoted by Dong Haichuan nowadays. Regarding the leg techniques and footwork, Yin-Yang 8-plate palm emphasizes the legs within the steps and the legs emerging from the steps, rather than treating leg techniques and footwork as separate components. In most modern Ba Gua palm systems, leg and step techniques are trained independently, whereas 8-plate palm integrates them into one unified method. This is one of the most distinctive features. In terms of body method, this lineage placed great emphasis on coordinating the body central axis with the limbs. The center line formed by the torso and the head is generally aligned with the center line of the limbs, ensuring efficient power transmission. In this respect, it closely resembles the requirements of Xingyi, yet it differs significantly from the central line approach of the Ba Gua transmitted by Dong Haichuan nowadays. There is also controversy regarding the question of authorship. For example, Some researchers represented by Kang Wu in Beijing have long believed that this lineage was created by Dong Haichuan. Figures like Kang Wu recognize only Dong Haichuan as the founder of Ba Gua and reject the possibility of any other creators. The Tian family Yin-Yang Ba Gua Zhang, transmitted by Tian Hui, which I introduced in early episodes, is a clear example of such rejection. However, if one thinks rationally, Dong Haichuan himself had teachers. This is well documented. Isn't it possible that Dong Haichuan's teachers could have transmitted martial arts to others? How come Dong Haichuan was the only one to learn his teacher's knowledge and disseminate it in Beijing? Moreover, from a technical system perspective, the training method of Dong Haichuan's Ba Gua differ greatly from those of Yin-Yang Ba Pan Zhang, in many cases being fundamentally distinct. Is it reasonable to claim that Dong Haichuan created two entirely different Ba Gua systems, yet only transmitted one in Beijing? Such assertions are, in fact, an insult to Dong Haichuan himself. Engaging in superficial or even false historical textual research while ignoring technical analysis is academically irresponsible and inevitably lead to erroneous conclusions. Kang Wu researched the origin of Ba Gua for his thesis towards his master's degree in martial arts study at the Beijing Sport University. Through his research, he arrived at the conclusion that Dong Haichuan was the founder of Ba Gua. A master's degree paper should be more masterful. From an academic research perspective, his research needed a more rigorous methodology. His research was completed about 40 years ago. I hope he will update his knowledge and correct his conclusion in the future. Let me reiterate. When researching martial arts transmission, one must never separate historical investigation from technical system analysis. Relying solely on so-called historical information without examining the technical content is deeply flawed. This is the methodology I have strongly advocated for many years, and one that I have perhaps come to appreciate even more after living in the West. Ren Zhicheng left behind no video recordings, but he did leave behind many photographs documenting his martial arts. I have to say that his photographs reflect the gold standard of that style. Let's see some of his photos. Finally, let us appreciate the practice of Yin-Yang Ba Pan Zhang as it is still transmitted in Hebei today. Since the art has passed down through several generations after Ren brothers, variations naturally exist in practice method, but the core essence remains the same. The first, Ba Gua Zhang routine demonstrated by Fan Weidong. Second, 八盘 Sabre by 王立成。So that was Ren Zhicheng. That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you all found today's topic interesting and informative. Please post any further questions about Ren Zhicheng, his practice, or his lineage in the comment section. I will answer them for you in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time and enjoy your practice.